today. If you're listening to on Tuesday, it do start on Tuesday. But the reason why I wanted to bring it in besides just that, of course, Kim, because you asked that question, you wondered was Kim Kardashian going to do her Skims line with the WNBA? Because that was something that you literally asked a couple of weeks ago. I don't even know what even made us bring that conversation up, but that was something that
we
you said.
We were talking about the whole the draft. How you said Sheen, not Sheen. What's the makeup? How did
yeah. And that's why I was talking about the makeup, and you asked me about the Kims. Yeah. So I guess just to double back on that conversation, of course, getting ready to lead up to the launch of the new season of the WNBA, which is today. While y'all listening to this, Kim Kardashian did a Skims launch, and it was Kelsey, Plum. But I'm just talking about in the one that the WNBA was actually posting on their page, because there was a bunch of women, because the young lady with the curly hair that played for the Mystics, she from God damn, she looked good. And Lexi Brown for the Sparks, she did one. But the one that the actual WNBA was posting on their page was Candace Parker, it was Kelsey Plum, it was what's the tall white girl that just got drafted by the Sparks, Steph Curry, God's sister,
Cage. Would it be? God damn it!
But cool, y'all know who we talking about. The tall, she literally looked like a model. So that line for her made perfect sense. It was her. It was the young lady that played for for Connecticut Suns. Oh my gosh, she looked, bro. I swear to God.
No, she don't play for the.
No, she don't play for. Yeah, she did do one. Sky Diggins did one too. Of course, everybody. God damn, that's one of the crazy things, and I'm glad for some of the older women are kind of, and of course, Skylar Diggins ain't old, but she is older when we're talking about that new class that everybody talking in. So just for them to even kind of get that look, but the young lady she is asleep before all the dudes who listening. The young lady who played for the Connecticut Sun, she is one of them ones. I swear to God. And I've been following her for a couple years now, but she literally one of the ones. But she was in the ad for the WNBA. But I seen, of course, people going troll and people going to say something. So I went to the comment section just to see what the temperature was and people. And let me tell you one thing. Again, when I'm talking about black women will get you together quick. And they don't care who you are. You can be white, black, gay, or whatever. They gonna get you together in that comment section and in a heartbeat. So people was like, oh, are we over? Because, of course, they try to bring back the Angel Reese. But guess what? Angel Reese ain't in this ad. But people like, are we over sexualizing the women? Do the men have that? And people could not. I swear.
They have it.
Listen, but guess what? And that's what people said. And people was writing. People like, no. And that's what people said. People was like, dog, before you sit here and get in the comment section and ask a question that you could just Google the answer to, yes, the men already did this. Fucking Shay was already damn near paused half naked when he did his ad. The boy that played for the 49ers to take the pictures with Trump, he did the same thing. Barbosa. No, they both have already took the same as Zach Jones. And these, and you got that.
Like I said, the NBA did it because a couple of them that were sponsored. I want to say Kuzma, like all of them that what's name, they did their ads for that.
Yeah, but
launching the NBA.
So exactly. So women was just off the rip, like stop trying to sit here and paint that narrative. And they kind of already shown you that women can do both. And you do, to me personally,
but I feel like you do need to it's fine with over sexualizing them. It's fine with that because guess what? I'm bringing more people attention to it.
Of course, for sure.
You're not even looking at them because they're playing basketball. You're looking at them because they're more appealing, more eye appealing, they're more attractive. We've said that a million times. And I think that's the sad part, is just like how a lot of people keep saying, oh, we over sexualizing, but you wouldn't even pay them no mind.
You know what's so crazy? Jason Whitlock had a video that was going viral, and I seen a dude repost it. He said, dog, I hate Jason Whitlock, but this is literally the second time I'd had to agree with him twice in 1 year, and it's pissing me off because he had it taken. He was like, dog, people have to give Angel Reese credit because she made being a sexy woman cool in the WNBA again. Nobody was looking at these women as women. They were looking at them as just like they play basketball. Like their word no, like, damn, this was a beautiful woman. Like, you don't really hear that conversation when you talk about I'm not talking about everybody, but the majority of the WNBA women, you never hear the words of, damn, she beautiful, blase, blah, whatever else the case may be. And normally like, oh yeah, she could hoop, or whatever the case may be. That conversation is normally not in there. So to be able to add that to the piece, yes, it helps. You're absolutely right. It helps. It helps sell product. It helps get ads. Because even if I'm lusty, if this girl if this girl is using her platform the right way, okay, I can take the lusty pictures, but let me of course post a bunch of my highlights the same way all the rap girls are doing it. And let's be clear, and I do want to tie this conversation into Coily Ray because she's over sexualizing herself and the music is not connecting, dog. Like, I feel so bad for her. Every time I see Coily Ray post a video, I feel so bad because I'm like, let's be clear.
No. I'm not going to. She ain't found her range. That's what I feel like. She don't have an identity, and she's searching for her identity, and she's flip-flopping back and forth. What does she really want to do? What kind of person she want to be? Does she want to be poppity pop? Does she want to be R&B kind of? Do I want to be a rap? Like, I feel like with her, she just bouncing back too much back and forth. She can't just stay in her and she can't pick a lane that she want to be in. Because even when I think it was her birthday just passed recently, and they was doing like her reels, like the hits that she didn't had, and she got a lot of slaps with her, but it's just like none of them are the same. You got a bit of this, got a bit of that. None of them are the same, and I just feel like with her whole, I think she's going through a crisis identity. And don't get me wrong, she's more appealing in sex appeal wise. Just I'd rather see her come down my timeline than I see some of the other ones who better shape than her. But I feel like she just because she's still happy in her way. Let's just even use like Lizzo, how she just kind of used her body, and what I just feel like even with Cola Ray, she's happy in her body and her presentation. I just feel like she just try to address everybody else instead of just finding her own lane, and that's where everybody kind of get distracted by her, because it's like, all right, but damn, she do have the sex appeal. She do got this. She got the charisma. She can perform. But like I said, her music is just keep jumping from here to here.
I get that, and and I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I still think like, bro, you don't gotta be half naked every time you come on the gram. Like that video of her literally in a strip club like a damn stripper don't even go with the song, and the song was trash.
That's why I say I just feel like she's missing her, because
but that don't have nothing to do with identity.
But that's just like even with Doja Cat.
Nigga, Doja Cat be all over the place, but Doja Cat know her identity.
But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like even with Cola Ray, she just kind of don't. She's trying to find her way. And we talk about with Sexy Red, we talk about with Ice Spice. Yes, the booty shaking is what's name. You make the music for that, and I just feel like I feel like with Cola Ray, she just don't know what she want to do, because we look at everybody else. We look at them how they do. We only pay them attention because they don't have no clothes on. But if we, like I said, Rap City and all them, we don't pay them no mind because of where they.
I hear you, but I still just gotta disagree with it, because I still just don't think like, yeah, I get for the people on social media may only pay attention to them because they don't have no clothes on or whatever the case may be. But that still ain't, to me, that's not what the draw is. Like, I don't care. I don't never have to follow Lotto again. I'm still going to listen to a Lotto song. I'm still going to talk about Lotto on here because she can actually rap. Coyle Ray is trying to lean too much on sex appeal and, hey, I'm gonna sell you sex. Like, bro, she is over sexualized more than all of them. Like, literally, she literally like dog. And I get it. Like, even for the Meg thing, I guess you can even kind of compare it to Meg. Like, Meg just dropped the junk where she damn near half naked too, but it's just like, bro, Meg can still rap. If I cut the song off, if I cut the video off, it still sound like a Meg Thee Stallion song. That's why I said I agree with you. I feel like Coyle Ray has not found her sound yet. She doesn't have no identity at all, and it's literally like her go-to mode is going to be, let me just get butt naked. That to me is just is weak, because it's just like nobody's going to take you serious because people feel like it's a gimmick. One, because you're super skinny, and for the average person, that's not the that's not the ideal body type for people. So that's the kind of thing where I feel like she kind of losing people that, because of course, like Megan makes sense for her to be naked, because it's just like that body type for the majority of the masses, that body type for a woman to be naked and look like Meg Thee Stallion, it makes sense. For Coyle Ray, it almost is kind of like it's the opposite of the Lotto. I mean, not Lotto, but Lizzo situation, because it seems like it's more of a troll than you sitting here really believing in the way you look.
So my question, do you feel like I need to be this way so you won't put me in, so I won't end up like Bow Wow, where I can't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look at me like I'm kid friendly, I'm poppity, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that comes with the music, dog. That don't have nothing to do with the way because you have naked on social media, don't mean that people still won't look at you like you a kid.
No, because I'm just saying, like, her voice and personality is kind of like a little bubbly, like, I still want I want you to still take me as a woman type. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gotta show you my
But that's
body.
what I'm saying though. But Marcus, I forgot who we was talking about last week when we was talking about it. But you can put that in your music. You can make your music more mature where I don't have to see you no certain way. Like, it don't sit here. Matter of fact, when I sit here, and you can sit here and have a adult sound with you, and you can still be young. Like, people, that was stuff that people was arguing with Chloe Bailey about, because they were sitting here saying her music is too grown and people don't see her that way. But she was like, I don't care how y'all trying to paint me. I know how old my actual ID say is, so I'm making the music for my age group. That's just like it's a lot of people like that. She's still the same age as a lot of these girls, but it's like, if you don't take time to sit here and actually hone a sound for you, that's why I agree with what you're saying. I think she's trying to figure out her sound. She don't know what type of sound she needs. But if you want people to take you more mature, then make more mature music. It's not about, hey, I'm just gonna keep showing y'all I'm grown because I'm naked. That don't make you grown, dog. It's a bunch of little girls who sit here on social media. When I say little girls, I mean 18, 19-year-old girls who are half naked on social media too. That don't make them grown. That don't mean that somebody that was their uncle or cousin not gonna look at you like, little girl, go put some goddamn clothes on. So it's just my whole thing with Coily Ray, and that's how most people look at her. It's like, I don't know Benzino. He's not my friend. But when I still look at her, I'm just like, bro, like, why do you just gotta be butt naked all the time? You put out good music, but figure out a identity in your music. Put some substance in your music. You know how to make hit records, but guess what your music has? No identity. So I don't know, have you ever had your heart broke before? How many relationships have you ever been in? What's the longest relationship you ever been in? Like, that's those songs, like having substance in your music. And that's why when we talk about people like Rod Wave, Lil Durk, NBA Youngboy, a lot of those people who like super emotional with their music, especially like Rod Wave and Durk and Youngboy, the reason why they have a huge loyal fan base is because it's the substance, it's the content of the music, what they're talking about in the music. Their music, for somebody like, you might get mad at your kid, like, damn, how can you relate to this? Rod Wave is so goddamn depressing, but we don't know what them kids, how they really actually feel. But obviously it's something that's connecting to them with Rod Wave. She's not giving me nothing to connect to. All you sitting here like that. No, if you listen to that song and watch the video, that song and that video don't even make sense. That's my point of where you're literally just running to sex and that's the difference between her and Meg. Yeah, Meg did the whole little half naked jump with the video game, but that's a part of anime. People watch anime porn. That's just a part of that it fits in that category. So it made sense for the song and the video. It made sense for Meg. But like I said, again, I cannot watch the video and just listen to a song. It sounds like a Meg Thee Stallion song. You know what a Meg song's supposed to sound like. Like you said with Coily Ray, is no identity there. I don't even know what she's supposed to sound like.
So are you okay with it if she's capitalizing off this sex sales?
She's not, though.
No. But that's what I'm saying. So then your music should be sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I that's why I say with her, it's just like she don't have an identity. Because I forgot what the song before that I think she put out, which more of like a R&B sexual kind of song, and it fit. And it was like, damn, like she need to start making these kind of songs, R&B wise, where she's trying. You know what I'm saying? She's R&B and rapping and all that. And that's why I just feel like with her, like I said, she don't have her identity. And it's just like even with Dej Loaf, it's like we look at her, but it's like, all right, well, damn, Dej Loaf can't rap. But then it's like, all right, am I attracted to her because of her raps or just her appeal? So I feel like even with Coily Ray, it's like,
but slow down. But just go back to what you just said with Dej Loaf. Dej Loaf her sex appeal is her swag. She every time people like Dej Loaf because the way she dressed, the way she carry herself. Dej Loaf is not an over sexualized woman. Dej Loaf know how to make great music, but the only Dej Loaf biggest problem for Dej Loaf is she's not consistent. If she stayed consistent, nobody would be able to steal your swag. Nobody will steal your sauce. You can't put out one big record and then disappear. And then she had other follow-up songs.
I know, but to be honest with you, but like when you even say the whole consistency, I feel like she's been the most consistent out of everybody. Out of Coily Ray.
Yeah, putting out music. But listen to what I'm saying though. Again, what you just said though, you can't miss the biggest point you made.
She don't have no identity.
She don't have no identity. Yeah. The songs don't have no identity. Yeah. She don't have an identity, and her songs don't have no identity. Yeah. So that's the biggest problem. It's not even just about being naked. You're being naked for no reason, and for most people, it's turning them off. And maybe in her mind, like so I said, when I look at her, I feel like I'm looking at the same thing that Lizzo do. For most people, if that's not the average body type you're really into, it's going to be a turnoff because people gonna feel like you're doing it just to troll people. Again, if you hone in on locking and finding a real identity, if you sit here and say, I'm going to lean into, like you said, if you like the R&B sound from her, if she locked in and said, I'm going to give you a whole project of this. Let me take my time and let me actually work this. Let me put some clothes on so people can actually listen to the music because people going to look at it like it's antics because if the songs ain't big, Doja Cat can do all the antics she want in the world because her music is big. Her songs are huge. She's a huge artist. Even though she didn't do crazy numbers her first week out, it don't matter. You cut on the radio, you're going to hear, if you listen to the radio for an hour straight, you're going to hear Doja Cat's song. You may even hear two. So that's my point. That's the difference between her and Coily Ray. Is like you can't sit here and be like, well, Doja Cat can do it. Yeah, but Coily Ray ain't big as Doja Cat. And at least for Doja Cat, she got some type of substance to her music. Even if you don't like the music, the message behind the music, she still has substance behind it. It's still talking about something. It's still consistent. You kind of almost know what a Doja Cat song gonna sound like. And Doja Cat is one of those people who can rapidy rap, and she can still make pop songs as well. And she even made a big rap song. That Paint the Town Red, that was a big rap song. She was on that joint just rapping with a soul sample. Like I said, it's cool. Real quick, I guess we got kind of bounced all over the place, but we supposed to talk about WNBA. And because you did ask me last week, can you bet? You can bet right now. So if you on here, you got to place your bets before the first game on Tuesday. Like if you want to do like the same way I did with football, I took the Chicago Sky to make the playoffs. They got an Angel Reese averaging 15 points. a game.
Hmm.
So I basically just took
like that.
What 15 points? Yeah, I didn't take that one. I took Angel Reese for rookie of the year though. So and the thing is, if you're a real gambler, because Black wrote me and was like, damn, it's plus 3,500. So you could bet, if you bet 100, you can win 3,500 and she win MVP. I'm not gonna go that crazy, but you could take that 10 and turn it into $350
for MVP.
I mean, for rookie of the year.
Oh, for rookie of the year.
Since I think what's the name was minus 700, so of course she's the favorite to win rookie of the year already. I don't realistically. I've been watching games. And I'm paying attention how, like, of course, the WNBA already made their Caitlin Clark bed, but I think they starting to watch how she's been playing in them preseason games, and they kind of like, you don't want to sit here and throw her out to the wolves to sit here and make it like.
But I don't. I mean,
you don't want it to be, because realistically,
but that's what I say. Even if, like, not to just go back into sports, but we just like, even we had the whole conversation before where we was just like, Victor Wembanyama and Chet. Yes, Victor's more of a marketer, but we feel like Chet had a better season this year. So, and I like, if we look at both of them, even if Angel Reese do average 15, and let's say she averaged a double, right?
And they make the
playoffs. But then let's say, all right, well,
Caitlin Clark averaged 25 and they don't make the playoffs.
But I feel like we still got eyes on her. You might overlook Skylar, you might overlook the Sky, their performance wise, because they're playing, but I feel like she's still making views. Even if she drops, let's say tomorrow, her opening night, she drops 45. She's going to get talked about less. But if they lose, she drops 45. They're going to talk about her doing her performance, her doing the 45.
Of course.
And if what's name coming in, Angel Reese coming in with a double, 20 and 10. And they win. It's not going to get talked about because, like I said, it's more of she is a popular conversation.
No. Okay, no. I listen to everything you just said. I totally agree with, but I do think the difference between Victor Wembanyama and Chet will be, it's going to be the Black women again, because realistically, I know the WNBA don't want that voice again, so they're gonna have to be very careful with that Rookie of the Year award. Like Caitlin Clark is gonna have to be she's gonna have to be a problem. Listen, what I'm telling you, Marcus, you can't. I can't because look how they already made them change their goddamn TV schedule.
No, and that's why I'm saying they made them change because, and I said the Caitlin Clark effect. We can't bypass that, and I feel like when you say the women, the audience, or whatever the case may be, I get what you're about to say, but I feel like even Caitlin Clark's supporters or anybody else is going to over Trump her because it's not just, I'm not looking at a race. I have men, women, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but I guess what you're going to realistically,
I just think what you're going to say is like, you have the Black women, but I feel like the Black women don't even support the WNBA like they should.
But I get like Marcus, like I said, all of that was cool until Angel Reese kind of already proved that wrong. And that's my point of why I wouldn't even bring this conversation up if I know for a fact that Caitlin Clark is going to have to play above and beyond everybody else to be the runaway rookie. Because what you're saying, it's late. I watched a dude, I almost hit the unfollow button here for him because I watched how he kind of started to like, all right, I see that the Caitlin Clark can kind of, if I talk more about Caitlin Clark, it could bring me some white audience in. Mm-hmm. So if I'm a Black man and I'm championing Caitlin Clark and I'm talking about sports, okay, whatever the case may be, and I want to gain some new listeners, because let's be real, we've had this conversation before on here a million times. Not even that she's a talking piece. It's almost a low hanging fruit thing. It's almost like the Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Any idiot can cut a mic on to have this conversation because it's just an easy conversation to have. But the difference is if I know for a fact it's a different conversation. It's a harder conversation. You have to actually know what you're talking about, earn the conversation piece if I talk about Angel Reese. So yeah, that's a little bit more difficult, but I've already seen, and this is somebody even for who create content. Bro, my Angel Reese stuff do ridiculous numbers. Like that video, that game that she had, whatever her preseason game, nigga, that shit like OD. Like I literally probably almost had like 2,000 people like the video. I ain't even talking about how many views it got. I'm talking about just actually like it. So that's completely different. But again, I'm watching how other men, like if you come and do, of course, dudes gonna do it. And some people just be trolling. I don't even have to get in there and defend it because I watch dudes smoke other dudes. If you come in there talking about Caitlin Clark, niggas is not going for that. So that's what I'm telling you is I'm watching how the conversation pieces go because I'm creating the content. So I know for a fact that Caitlin Clark is going to have to play above him. She's going to have to play. That's what I'm telling you. Real quick before you said it, it's not going to be able to be the Chat and Wemby thing. If it's that close, I promise you they're going to have to do co-rookie of the year.
But that's my only thing. I just feel like even with looking at how I've seen the WNBA and just looking at their players and how you got to develop and how you have to keep consistency, because even with Sabrina, when she first came out, she was a talking piece. She was that. But once she got in the WNBA, she was still putting up her numbers, but it wasn't like, all right, boom, boom, boom. But now, all right, we back on the Sabrina train because now they're winning. But I feel like even if Caitlin Clark comes into this season, as long as she's putting up them threes and putting up them shots and scoring, I don't think they care about her what her record is. I don't think that even goes to play.
I get what you don't, but I get it. But we know who she's coming in there with, and we know who they compare. If she don't make the playoffs and the Sky make the playoffs, bro, I'm telling you, I get what you. I hear what you're saying, and we seen it go with the Victor Wembanyama and the Chet thing. I'm just telling you.
Didn't what's name win the MVP last year, and they had the worst record. Aaliyah Boss, she won Rookie of the Year last year. And they had the worst record.
Yeah, but who you don't know who else came out in that class with her. So that's a difference. You can get away with it.
Everybody that came out, all them hoes, the whole South Carolina. It was a lot of people that came out. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Speaking on it, she still won Rookie of the Year. Because remember, we was talking about her in the beginning when she went up against Asia Wilson. I think she held her own.
I hear what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but it's just different though. And I get it. Like you're speaking just from just a man point who you just may scroll and you see something. I'm speaking from a person who's indulged in these conversations. I know for a fact. And that whatever you trying to say is not gonna be able to happen. Listen to them, they will have to have the same close record, or Caitlin Clark's gonna have to be above him. I'm talking about like ridiculously way better than Angel Reese. If it's close like that, Chet and Wemby, I promise you she won't get that Rookie of the Year by herself. I fucking guarantee you. If it's that close, if it's close as that Chet, and even if it's close to the Chet and Wemby thing.
But then, okay, so my question then, how she beat out the rest of them too, though? Because I feel like what's name is going to still have attention on her, but Shorty and Cameron whatever for the Sparks. I feel like they still have pressure on them too. So like, how do you really, even with Angel Reese, if you said like she averaged a double when they make it to the playoffs, but then okay, let's say Paige or whatever for the girl for the Sacramento. Sparks. Let's say okay, so what if they make the playoffs and she still has a good year too? That's why I'm saying we do pay attention on the Caitlin Clark, and I feel like even with the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark, I feel like it's up for grabs for everybody who outperformed. But me personally asking you, would you look down or would you even feel some type of way if she's not even mentioning it? Yes, she might have a good season to you personally, but what really puts her in there, she has to have a standout season. She has to be like the number one seed, the standout.
But I think something that you missing, I think a lot of people missing. She played in the harder conferences, was the player of the year. I think almost 2 years in a row. But I know last year
I thought they was in the same conference.
Who?
Her
and Caitlin Clark?
Because then they play more than
how
many times they played this year?
They played when they made in the nigga, hell no, they ain't in the same conference. Hell no, nigga. She played in the better conference. More people from her conference got drafted in the first round with her. Hey, hell no, nigga. She playing a harder conference. That's my point. So it's gonna be the difference, and that's why their games have transitioned. But again, like I said, just shout out to the WNBA. If y'all listening to this on Tuesday, the games do start. I think what's the name game? The Chicago first game is against I want to say is it the Dallas Wings because they was the underdogs. I took them. I want to say they was like plus 600, so they was the underdogs. So that's their first game. I believe that's on Wednesday. But yeah, Caitlin Clark and I don't know what happened to Brittany Griner, how she injured herself, but something wrong with her toe, and she's going to look like she's about to be out for a couple of weeks. And I think, that's going to be a tough blow for the Mercury. I'm not going to hold you. But, like I said, we're going to see.
It's going to be a tough blow. They ain't had last year to start the season.
Yeah, and they ain't do nothing either.
Yeah,
and she just got paid, so it's kind of just like.
On her way out the door anyway.
I mean, as she should be. Oh, real quick, I guess why we can kind of talk about something else real quick before we roll. Not before we roll, but just before I close this one out. The game versus Rick Ross is kind of like, again, when we're talking about just rappers just jumping into rap beef for no reason, and it's kind of like just, bro, it's corny at this point. Like nobody, I don't care how good the game rap or how good he done put out diss tracks in the past, bro. It's 2024. Ain't nobody trying here. And I heard him on Joe Budden John. Like I know people saying, bro, it's 2024. You can't. Your first introduction to people in the new year can't be you trying to diss Rick Ross. We barely even care about Rick Ross.
But that's why I feel like just a lot of people just want to gain off of what's going on. I feel like, I see this is getting people attention. They talking about my name. We haven't been talking about the game. He didn't been doing stuff for a while. He tried to put his name in this certain thing, and it's just like, all right. And even if he did, he rap or whatever the case may be, it's not going to draw attention. But I feel like I know I'm gonna try it and see if I don't, I don't. Because I feel like, if you gonna take me serious or not, and even Rick Ross, I'm not gonna take it serious. Because I feel like if I go back and forth with him and be like, all right, he might out rap me, but then, damn, do I even gain any looks over here?
Yeah, I mean, neither one of them. I feel like neither one of them gonna gain anything. But I just feel
I think it would be entertaining though. I mean,
I guess. Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it. But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like I'm gonna just jump in here and try to see what I can get out of it. I think that's a look right now. Did you just?
You're not gonna get nothing out of it, dog. Nothing. Nobody's going to care. Like nobody's like, but people feel like people are doing it for attention, and when people feel like you're doing it for attention, it just become corny. Like people just gonna look, all right, cool, whatever. I may check it out. I may listen to the clips, or I may listen to it one time, and then that's it. I'm not about to sit here and go running like, oh, then what game gonna do? You drop one song, you should have came with something else. Like, you don't got nothing, you don't got a project ready, you ain't got nothing. It's like, okay, what to say if I did like this one song from you? Then what? That's my point. It's just like, okay, you get people attention, then what are you going to do after you got the attention? If all you want me to do is listen to this one diss song, it's not a slap, so I can't just keep listening to it over and over. I'm not that invested in Rick Ross for me to sit here and want to keep listening to somebody diss him, so you're not going to get that same response that Kendrick and Drake got. So it's almost like, what's the point? Nobody had, when the last time you listened to that Rick Ross when he dissed Drake? No. That shit lasts for like 2 weeks, for 2 days in a weekend, and that was it. And it was over. People was over, and nobody cared about it. Nobody went back to double check it. It's just, I get it. It's quiet. Like, bro, the beef thing is like, it's just corny. People kind of like over it, and you get, like I said, it's social media, so you might get a little bit of reaction on social media, but is it going to actually transition for people to want to go listen to some music? 9 times out of 10 it's not. And that's the same we can sit here and say about Sukihana. I ain't got to stretch this out and wait a little bit longer. Sukihana versus JT did a smart thing. I got a hit record is working for me. I'm gonna respond to you. I'm gonna add it to the extended version. That was the, man, I swear to God.
Oh, she did do that?
Yes,
because that's why I was kind of confused. I'm like, when I seen the Suki, then I seen JT added, but I didn't know it was actual. Because I was like, well, maybe that is on the song. I just ain't paying no.
No. She added an extended version to the song and responded, which is smart, because now let me just keep running up the numbers to this okay song. Now, I swear to God, I love the way JT is moving as a solo artist. She's actually really just using her brain, and she's playing chess. She's not playing checkers. She's not allowing herself to go chasing waterfalls. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna respond to you when it's this, but I'm not going off the track of what I got. I know I got a project I'm about to put out. I know for a fact that Sukihana not a real rapper, so I really shouldn't even be engaging with her. But I'm going to engage because I know that my fan base and people that listen to me are in the shade room comments and they in the neighborhood talk. So let me give them something to talk about. Let me allow them, because that Sukihana song, let's be clear, it was trash, but it was cool for Sukihana. Like, I don't listen to no Sukihana. That was the first Sukihana song I probably actually even listened to, maybe like once or twice, to see what she was actually saying. But when the song got towards the end, it was just like horrible. But it was cool for Sukihana, for somebody I don't take serious as a rapper, somebody who was literally popular for her stuff that she do in the shade room. Cool. It was a cool little response for that. But JT just did the smart move. She played chess, not checkers. Like I said, that beef stuff is getting tired. It's getting watered down to everybody. It's kind of like people kind of run into that well just once a little bit too much. Because people still going, it's the summertime about to happen. This ain't the wintertime when we try to scrunch our face up at bars. People want the hit records. It's going to make me be able to go outside, stand on couches and turn up. I want to be able to go to cookouts and listen to these songs I want to be able to vibe out. I'm not trying to listen to diss records all summer long.
See, and that's the thing I feel like, because remember, we were just sitting there talking about the whole Glorilla and Meg challenge, how that had caught some type of way, but then it got dubbed and got quiet because of the whole beef. So that's why.
Yeah, but they about to go on tour together. So I mean, they can bring that challenge right back as soon as I think their tour start this week, so they can bring that right back during the tour.
But do you think it will pick back up? That traction will pick back up? Because
I don't think you don't have to pick right back up with people got to be doing the challenge, because realistically, I don't necessarily know how many girls they were actually. Like, they was picking a handful of girls, so I don't know how big. Like, I ain't never go search the actual song to see how many people was doing it. So I don't necessarily know how big it actually got. They were hand picking like just only these handful of girls we even on show doing it. So I don't necessarily know. It could have been a bunch of girls doing it for all we actually know. I don't know. I'm only can go off of the girls that they posted. It could still be going on right now. We kind of really just don't know. So I mean, let that junk load up.